The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
All right, alongside Carson-Newman head football coach Ken Sparks, Eagles fall at North Greenville 34-24. I'm Adam Cavalier alongside the Eagles head coach. Ken, another game where it feels like there was a lot left out there and just more frustrations. How do you sum up this one?
Well, I sum it as, us just not being able to make plays at times when we really need to make a play. And there was so many times, like you said, there was so many times there was a lot of stuff left on that field that we could have taken advantage of. And, it's part of growing up, I guess. And we just got to figure out how, first of all, we get the right guys on the field, and second of all, convince them that they're capable of making some of them plays. And then, of course, offensively, it seemed like every time we had an opportunity, we'd have somebody break down again. And offensive line is really struggling with breakdowns, and they're not the only ones. We have a way of choosing up and passing it around, and but I'm really proud of these guys. Really, really proud of them. They haven't quit on us. They haven't backed down. They haven't shown lack of character, and we're just not very good in places. And I'm not a very good coach at times, but maybe all the time. But we got a good group of kids, and I'm proud to be their coach.
You talk about breakdowns. Is there a specific one that sticks out to you where you think, man, if we hit this, you're off and running?
Well, we had a halfback pass wide open early, and we didn't get the pitch to him, and so it fell on the ground, and he had to pick it up, and we still almost had it. But think about what that would have been if we caught it on the fly. He was wide open, and just every once in a while when we needed to have a big play like that, we just didn't make it happen. We had a bootleg wide open, and had a breakdown with our tackle and got caved into knowing he couldn't throw it, and so just so many times, that we could have, we should have, but we didn't.
Was there anything that North Greenville did that proved to be particularly vexing?
Well, they did a great job changing their coverages. They mixed them up and seemed like they guessed better than I did sometimes on coverages, and so that made our passing percentage a little bit lower than it should have been. But they've got a simple defensive mindset, and they do a good job executing, and it's a great example. It's not so much what you do, it's how you do it, and they did some things very well.
What's the message, what's the mentality from here on out to close this season out on a positive note in Week 11 at Tusculum?
Well, the game you remember always is your last game, and we got 19 seniors that we want them to remember something really good about this year. And we do have a lot of things to remember about this year, a lot of great things. But I'd like for us to have one added to it, and that's to win the last ball game. How's that?
I'd be okay with that myself, Ken. Final thoughts from this one?
Well, we got another week. Let's make it count one day at a time. Let's make something good happen with it.
Ken Sparks, pleasure as always. We'll talk to you next week at Tusculum.
Thank you.
That's Carson-Newman head football coach Ken Sparks. Let's go back upstairs.